Hi everyone, welcome to Pilates for Tactile Cues. Really great to have you join our session today. I'm here with Steph and she's going to be my model for today while we're doing our tactile cues. One thing about tactile cues, when I first started my training, because I was trained by physios, they were very, very hands-on in their work, and consequently, being the petite frame that I am and working with some bigger clients, I ended up with a back injury. So you do have to be careful on how you use your body to give your clients the correct information with their tactile cues. So I'll give you some of my favorite ones. You probably know a lot of them already, and we'll just have a little bit of fun with it. Okay, we're going to start and I'll go through different bits and pieces. So today we're going to start off with a little bit of a hip flexor stretch. And the other thing I wanted to mention that I really love about tactile cues is we really need human touch. The human touch is just so healing, and our energy can really be a healing influence in other people's lives in how we touch them. So when you're touching your clients, make sure it's an informed, caring touch and nothing that's too rough to try and get them in the right position, although some people can respond well to rough treatment, but it is nice to have a gentle but firm and direct touch. Some people who need lighter tactile cues are people who have fibromyalgia. You need a much kinder touch with those people. People who are pregnant, you're not going to be pushing them into particular stretches because the relax in their bodies and hips are already so soft, so you don't need to push them too firmly. Working with men, firmer tactile cues are more appreciated because it's just more direct and a bit more masculine to give a firmer touch. So let's begin. We're going to start off with a little bit of a hip flexor stretch. So Steph, I'm going to get you to lie on your back here. We'll just have one foot up here and you're just going to relax back into that hip flexor stretch. So your bottom's going to be right on the very edge. So the crease of the bottom is on the edge, and we'll place that foot up onto the bar. That's it. Ooh. Come this way a little tiny bit. This is great for runners too, this stretch. So we're just going to think of dropping the leg down. So one hand on the hip to tip the hip back, and then the other hand on the thigh to really open out that hip flexor, opening out the front of that hip. And then we can even, with your foot, you can gently bend the knee to get more of a stretch. Are you okay?
Yeah, that was really good.
Do you do running as well or no?
Not much.
Just tight hips.
Yeah.
Lucky Steph today gets a nice hip flexor stretch. Okay, and let's do the second side, so swinging around. So with all of your tactile cues, you want to aim to keep your own back nice and long. So you're staying lovely and lengthened throughout. So you're thinking of pressing the hip down to open out the front of that hip, pressing through the thigh, and if you like, you can press down through that leg too. Okay, and if you're with someone who you don't want to necessarily give tactile cues to, what we can do is we'll just change positions. We're going to have you over this way. So you'll have that leg up here, nice and close, and you'll hold onto the back foot. So foot up onto the bar, bend this knee, reach back. So you can really, they can just hold themselves in their own stretch. But you could also have the hand onto the hip. So you're thinking of opening out the space at the front of the hip, staying nice and long into that stretch. Okay, and then just quickly doing that second side, Steph, so that you're nice and even. That's it. Good, grabbing hold of that foot. Nice. Opening the space at the front of the hip.
Feels so nice.
Such a good stretch.
So good.
I love it. Okay, now we're going to do a little bit of the side to side. So we're going to swing around with your head at that end. So lying on your back. And we'll have your hands holding onto the uprights. And we'll bend your knees, That's it. We're just going to take the legs to one side, so we'll breathe in and then exhale, scoop back to center. Lower belly pulling in firmly. So inhale as you take the legs to the side, and then exhale as you're drawing back to center. So you can help by pulling on the thighs but pressing through the ribs to assist in that stretch. Exhale, lower belly. So using the abdominals to come back to center. So inhale and exhale, pelvic floor draws in and up to come back. So inhale and scoop through center. Good. Once more each side. And lift through pelvic floor, tummy in. Last time. And funnel the ribs. So thinking of the rib and the hip coming towards each other. Okay, let's do a little bit of a hamstring stretch in the monkey. So, got our safety chain on. And we'll just have one spring on. Yeah. Okay, so two hands are going to press onto the bar and we'll stretch one leg nice and long. We'll bring your other leg up and place it onto the bar. So push the bar up with your hands so we can reach your foot there. Good. Yeah. Hold with two hands. Good. So you're going to be curling up a little. And we're going to push the leg up, stretch. That's it. And down. Good. So push up. We're going to breathe in, press right up through the ball of the foot, so point the foot. Oh, right. And now exhale, scoop, reach through the heel of the foot, calf stretch, good. Breathe in, press up. Exhale, bend the knee and come back down. That's it, good. So pushing up, drop the chin so you can lengthen through the back of the neck, reach along. And reach through the heel, exhale, scoop through center, that's it. Inhale. And bend the knee, coming back down, softening the ankle. So pressing up. Inhale, drop the chin. And exhale, scoop, deepen the abdominals. Good. Pressing up, lengthen. And soften the knee to come back down. Good. One last time. Inhale. And exhale, reach. Good. Breathe in. And down. Let's change the legs around. So foot up, good. So inhale and exhale. So you can really drop the hip down and press up and bend the knee, good. And press, lengthen and reach through the heel, scoop through the belly, good. Inhale, bend the knees and down. And press and scoop through center, dropping the hip away. Good. Inhale and down. And one last time. Drop the chin, lengthen, reaching long and down, up and all the way back down. Okay, nice work. So I'm just going to bring the bar down actually. Take that spring off. And we'll do a little bit of the supine scapular series. So we'll hold with two hands onto the bar and we're just going to do some of the plain shoulder drops. So we're just going to let the arms lift and down. So your hands can be on either side of the shoulders, indicating the movement of the shoulder. They can even wrap around the side of the shoulders and down. Great. And then we can pull the bar, bend the elbows to the eyes. That's it. Reach the arms up over the head. And I like to give a little bit of a stretch here and coming back through. And I'll give a little stretch here, so keep the head heavy. So I'm pulling with my own weight. I'm just leaning into the bar to give that nice stretch. And lengthen. We've got a grip under Steph so she's not sliding. But if we didn't have that grip there, we'd hook her feet under the strap so she could have a nice stretch. Beautiful. We're going to push the bar up and come all the way up now into a little bit of a, keep the arms straight, come back down, Steph.
Sorry.
That's it. So we're going to push up into a teaser. That's it. Holding here in a nice stretch. Now bend the elbows 3 times. That's it. Connect through your ribs so we won't be too extended. Come back a little. That's it. Good. And bend. And then lengthen, rolling down. So just 3. Tip the pelvis under and rolling through. Bend the elbows and reach the arms up over the head into a nice big stretch. Thanks for joining, guys. If you've just joined, remember you can watch the start again. If you like what you see, remember to give a thumbs up. Now we're going to pull the bar down 3 times. That's it. And lift. So Pilates for tactile cues. That's it. And scoop. Lengthen. Now bone by bone, so come down 1 bone at a time, really tipping that pelvis under. Good. 1 last time, so reach up into the stretch and pull back through. Lengthen all the way up, reach long. Pull down 3 times, so set the shoulders. Good. Really draw down into the back. Good. Arms are lengthened, and now tip the pelvis under so you can block. That's it. Tuck right under, tummy in. Good. All the way down. Very nice. Let's let that go. We'll do a little bit of the kneeling cat stretch next.
Okay.
So you're going to come up into high kneeling. So facing this way on your knees. Good. That's it. Wiggle back a little bit. Actually, maybe we'll do it from the haunches today. So come in. Sit down onto your heels. That's it. Hold onto the bar with 2 hands. And we're just going to push the bar up into a nice stretch. That's it. Lean into that stretch. Good. Coming back through. So drop the tail down so you can roll through the pelvis, holding through the hips and the lower belly. From here, drop the shoulders into the back. Anchor your ribs. Push the bar down and through. That's it, stretching all the way out nice and long. That's it, Steph. And you can weight the tail so that they feel a bit safer. Drop the tail down and curl back through. Rounding through, good. Walking through the spine, press back up into that stretch. So keep sitting back on the heels, but push the bar up into that stretch. That's it. Keep the elbows long as you pull back. Connect through the ribs, work the belly. Anchor your ribs, push the bar down and through. That's it. Stretching out nice and long. Inhale and exhale. Drop the tail down. Shoulders down away from your ears. That's it. And lengthen, pushing the bar up. Reaching long. Good. And roll. So you can indicate where the movement's coming from. Shoulders down away from the ears. Lengthen out, so walking through the spine, and then drop the tail down. So it's like an anchor to curl back through, and then pressing up into the stretch. Very nice. We're going to do a little bit of the Mermaid next with the push through bar. So sitting down facing this way, we'll have your feet just resting on that Bosu, and we'll hold overhand. That's it. So we're just going to push the bar down and reach over the top into a nice big stretch. Good. Coming back through. And then we're going to push the bar up. And we'll let the rib cage shift in this one. That's it. Good. So pull down, lift the arm, lift up and over. So you can do a nice big side stretch here. Good. Coming back through and then pressing back up. Thanks for joining, Angela. Make sure you share with your friends as well and followers. And that's it. Good. So we want to connect the ribs back in space so we don't overextend through that lumbar spine. So fingertips to the front of the ribs, shoulder down. And what we're going to add in here is a little rib cage shift. That's it. Coming back through, soften the elbow, float the arm up, long, up and over. You can also stretch through the side of the waist. hand on the hip bone and on the ribs. So always finding those bony landmarks for, that's it, your tactile cues. Good. Okay, let's do the second side. So just kick that BOSU back this way actually, Steph, thanks. Great, thank you. So hold overhand onto that bar. We're going to pull the bar down and you want to connect through the ribs back in space. Float the arm up. So you can actually wrap the hand around and pull down through the side. So the arm can wrap this way to press down, coming back through. And then pressing up, that's it. And open out through the side of the waist, dropping that hip down. And press, keeping the ribs in. Whoop, shoulder down into the back, lengthen. So you can imagine hooking the arm around into that stretch. That's it. And press. Good. One last time. Pull the spine back in space a little so that there's more width between the shoulders. Very nice. Okay, let's do the push through bar seated. So your feet are resting into the uprights. And we're just going to have your hands onto that bar. Good. We're going to pull the bar down. That's it. Drop the chin, reaching through into a nice big stretch here. Scoop to come back. That's it. And then pushing the bar up, long through the back of the neck. So you can soften the knees. You can even give a little bit of a massage here. That's it. And scoop. Pull through the ribs to come back. Shoulders down. Use the abdominals to push the bar down and through. That's it. A little bit of a massage, but not too much. Scoop to come back. So think of really drawing those abdominals in. And pushing the bar up. You can even push the bar up yourself a little as well to give more of that stretch. Pulling the arms out. That's it. Dropping the chin. And you can hold onto the bar too to pull back in more of a stretch. Good. We're going to do the saw variation next. So we'll let go with one hand. I'm going to reach this hand across, push the bar up. So we're going to have that arm long, lengthening. So I can pull on that arm. Good. Sweep back to that corner. So we're just going to go from corner to corner. That's it. Set the shoulder down. Good. So sweep, push the bar up, lengthen. Ribs spiraling. Good. Lengthen back and set the bar down. Good. Sweep through, long through your spine. Keep that elbow long throughout. So you can use your hands to really spiral the rib cage around, pulling one hip back and rotating, leaning on the other side. And long through that elbow. That's it. Reach. Good. Let's do the other side. So push the bar up, look under the arm. So you can also think of lengthening through the crown of the skull. So really reaching long, that's it. Sweep the arm back and press, scoop, that's it. And push the bar up, lengthen, so you can hold the hand. Keep the elbow lengthening, reaching long. Pull the sit bone back, that's it. Sweep and lengthen back. That's it, Steph. Looks good. So really lengthen and reach. Good. Rib cage spirals and you want to lengthen as much as you can. Good. That's it. Lower belly pulls in, so think of tipping back a little. Good. And one last time. Spiraling around that arm, so lengthen. Really push the bar up as much as you can. And sweep. And press down. Very nice. Okay, we're going to let that go.
Sorry.
That's all right. And we're going to do a little bit of a stretch over the ball, which I just put down here. So we're just going to have this underneath your rib cage. We're just going to lean back onto it, actually. So that's it. Hands behind your head. Bend the knees a little. And we're just going to lengthen back, breathe in. So hands on the rib cage. Exhale, funnel the ribs down. Good. So inhale. And this time we're going to funnel the ribs, curl the head and shoulders up. That's it, tummy in. Keep the pelvis, that's it, slightly tucked. Good. And lengthen back again, breathing in. And exhale. Hi, Kim. Thanks so much for joining. Elbows slightly forward, Steph. That's it. So really interlace your hands so you can cradle the skull and you can fall back into your hands, opening out the ribs. And then exhale, funnel the ribs down. Lower belly pulls in, tummy tightens. Good. 2 more. And exhale, lift. Good. 1 last time. And lengthen. Okay, let's do the dart next. So you'll have your head at that end and lying on your tummy, and the hands are reaching long past the hips. So drop the chin. So take a breath. As you exhale, we're going to roll the shoulders open and then breathe in and float back down. So inhale. So Pilates for tactile cues. Thanks for joining, guys. Lift the chest, pull the tummy in. So using your fingers around the waist to indicate to pull the tummy in. That's it. Breathing in to go down. Using the exhale to lift. So think of spiraling the shoulders open. You can also slide the hands down the back. Breathing in and exhale. So little fingers walking down the spine as well, opening out. Good. So to really focus on just a thoracic extension, you can lean over the top of your client. So take a breath, Steph. And exhale, extend through the spine, so reaching long. So it blocks them from extending through that lumbar spine. And breathe in to go down. And exhale, lengthen. And you can change where that is. So you might have a closer shape with the arms or wider. And lift, press up, up, up as much as you can. So you're kind of working against each other in a way. So you're using your body weight to lean into your client. Okay, let's do the book openings. So we'll roll over onto the side. And I'll just grab a little pillow. So one hand on top of the other. That's it. And we'll just move that back a little bit. Good. So we're going to float the top hand up, breathing in. And then exhale, spiraling the rib cage around. Good. Breathe into the stretch. And exhale as you're coming all the way back. Good. And inhale, lift. And exhale, rotate. So one hand is on the hip and one is on the rib cage to pull around. Using the exhale, you can cue the abdominals to come back. That's it. And one last time. And exhale. It's almost like seeing a chiropractor. Yeah. So taking a breath and exhale all the way back. Very nice, Steph. Let's do the second side just so that you're even. So one hand on top of the other, float the hand up, breathe in, and exhale. We're going to spiral the rib cage around. Oh, crack. Nice. Breathe in, and exhale all the way back to center. Good. Inhale, lift, and spiral. Good. That's better with that shoulder. Inhale, and exhale all the way back. 2 more. And reach. And back. 1 last time. Good. And back. Okay, now we're going to do a little bit of a quadruped, but it's not the same quadruped that we normally do. We're actually going to do a standing quadruped. Oh, I wish I had that other pillow. So we're going to come up to standing on the table. Just watch out for that slide bar, Steph, that you don't bang yourself with that because that's in a little bit. You're going to stand on the block and we'll face that way. So we'll place 1 foot. I think we can go back a tiny bit for you, only because you're so strong. So 1 foot. And we'll have 1 foot into the fuzzy. That's it. And then I'm going to use the opposite hand to hold on to the handles. I don't know if you guys can see that, but we've got a leg in the strap. I'll bring it up a little so we can sort of see what's happening. So thanks so much for joining, guys. Thanks for joining, Josh. Great to see you here. Taking a breath. As you exhale, we're going to pull back through this leg and pull back through the top arm. So hip extension. Now, that's it. You can reach the arm straight or you can have the elbow bent into a row, whichever you prefer. And then I'm going to breathe in to come back. That's it. And exhale and press. Now what you're going to think of is you're actually going to think of taking this hip and this rib in, so you're closing that gap at the front. Breathe in to come back. Nice work. And exhale. So you're working your obliques. Good. Maybe try with the row arm. That might feel a little bit better.
Yeah, it's better.
And maybe come this way just a little tiny bit. That's better. Good. And exhale, press. So opposite rib and hip in towards each other. Good. Breathe in. 2 more. So you want to stay nice and upright through the standing side. So keep the hip open and the glute working. And 2 more. So really long through lumbar spine. So you can really try and tip the pelvis back. And 1 last time. Good. Okay, let's do the second side.
Thank you.
I love this exercise because it's such a functional exercise. We've changed hands, haven't we?
Yes.
Okay, so taking a breath and then exhale as you're pulling back. Good. So we're just going to soften the knee a little. That's it, but still think of pulling the kneecap up. So exhale, squeeze, keep strong through that standing leg. Very nice. Breathing in and exhale. Good. So dropping the tail down, exhale, really squeeze the bottom to press back. Nice. So think of rib and hip coming in towards each other on that diagonal to keep the pelvis stable and to stop the spine from extending. And 2 more. Great. Okay, very nice. We're going to let that go. And we're going to do a little bit of the rotator cuff seated next. So this will be our last one. And I'll just pull that bosu. So sitting on the bosu. And we're going to hold with that arm. Is that going to be too, maybe go that way just a tiny fraction so it's not too strong. Good. So you're going to take a breath and then as you exhale, we're just going to rotate. So opening out that shoulder. I better just change so you can see what I'm actually doing. If that spring's too heavy, go in a little closer, Steph, so it's not too strong. That's it. So you're thinking of placing the hand to the front of the shoulder and the other hand places the shoulder into the back. So exhale and open out. That's it. Good. And so you're flattening the shoulder down and fingertips to the front of the shoulder to pull into the back. Okay, let's do 3 on the other side, or 3 or 4 on the other side, just to even you up. So holding with the outside hand. Good. There's a little block for your feet. Always makes it feel a little bit better. So taking a breath and then exhale to open out. So the fingers are right on the front of the shoulder and the other hand is placing the shoulder into the back. So make sure it's fairly small. It doesn't have to go directly to the side, just to the corner is perfect. And 2 more. Think of the ribs coming in. Good. Very nice. Okay, and that's about it for today. Thanks so much for joining. Please watch from the start so that you can see more of the repertoire and some of the ideas behind today's session. So thank you so much for Stephanie for being the model, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks' time. Thank you. Bye.